Have you ever felt like money just slips through your fingers? You get paid, and before you know it, it's gone, and you're just waiting for the next paycheck. It's a cycle so many of us are trapped in, and today I want to share a story about a guy named Jared who broke that cycle, not by earning more, but by thinking differently. For Jared, money was like rain. When it fell, he scrambled to grab whatever he could before it evaporated. Every single paycheck was a moment of relief, but never a step forward. It was just enough to patch up the holes in his financial boat. He'd pay off the overdue bills, maybe treat himself to some small comfort he felt he'd earned after a long week. And who could blame him? He told himself he deserved it. In his world, saving felt completely pointless. Why even try? It seemed like as soon as he put a little bit aside, something would inevitably go wrong. The car would break down, a family member would need help, or the price of groceries would jump up without any warning. So why bother planning for a future that felt like a fantasy? Something that was never actually going to arrive. Whenever little extra money did come his way, a bonus at work, a small tax refund, so did extra spending. A raise at his job didn't translate into more security. It just meant a slightly bigger lifestyle, a nicer dinner out, a new gadget he'd been eyeing. Jared was convinced the problem wasn't his mindset. It was the amount of money. If he just had more, everything would be fine. He was stuck in a reactive mode, always dealing with the present, never building for the future. Then one day, something shifted. An older coworker, a man who had seen his fair share of life's ups and downs, said something to him quietly during a break. He said, "Jared, money isn't for today, it's for tomorrow." That one sentence just hung in the air. It followed Jared home. It echoed in his mind as he looked at his empty bank account. Money isn't for today, it's for tomorrow. He started to realize something profound. Growing up with financial struggles had taught him how to survive, but it never taught him how to grow. He was an expert at getting through the day, the week, the month, but he had no idea how to build a foundation for the year, for the next 5 years, for his retirement. His biggest fear was losing the little money he had, and that fear was so powerful that it overshadowed any desire to build wealth. He was constantly chasing short-term comfort instead of long-term stability. He was putting out fires instead of building a fireproof house. So he decided to make a change. Not a huge, drastic one. Just one small habit. He decided to save first before paying any bills, before buying groceries, before doing anything else. He took a small amount, whatever he could afford, and put it into a separate savings account. It wasn't much at first, but it was a start. It was a signal to himself that tomorrow mattered. He also started waiting before spending. If he wanted something, he wouldn't buy it immediately. He'd give it 24 hours, sometimes a week. More often than not, the urge would pass. He began asking himself a new question. Not, can I afford this today? But what does this purchase cost my future self? Of course, nothing changed overnight. It was a slow, gradual process. There were still setbacks, still moments of temptation. But little by little, money stopped feeling like rain slipping through his fingers. It started to feel more like seeds he was planting. Jared didn't escape the cycle of poverty by suddenly winning the lottery or getting a massive promotion. He escaped it by fundamentally changing how he thought about money. He moved from a mindset of survival to a mindset of growth. He learned that financial freedom isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep and what you do with it. It's about valuing your future as much as your present. So, if you feel like you're stuck in that same cycle, maybe it's time to ask yourself, are you living for today or are you building for tomorrow? The change starts with that one simple question. Thanks for watching. And if this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more content like this. See you next time.